Hey guys, it's Kenton Becker with Land Home Financial, and I'm here again with another weekly video tip for you. Now, this week I want to actually talk about the 2019 housing predictions. We are now officially in February. We're 1 month into the year, so we're kind of looking forward now instead of looking backward, and we're trying to figure out what do we think the housing market's going to do this year, 2019. Well, honestly, who knows? Nobody really knows. However, we do have some predictions, so we can kind of look forward. But at the end of the day, just understand that these are predictions. Things can change, the market can adjust, lots of things can influence the market that are outside of everyone's control. If you think the market's going down, there are things that can make it go up. If you think it's going to go up and get better and housing prices are going to continue to appreciate, there are things that can be outside of everyone's control that can cause it to go down. No matter what anybody's predicting, the market can change at its own wills. Now, there's three key things that I want to look at though that could indicate where the market is going to go. The first thing is interest rates. Now, interest rates can drive buyers. And when there's more buyers in the market and less sellers, that's a supply and demand thing. I'm going to get on that in just a little bit. But when rates go down, it causes more buyers to kind of come out of the woodwork, get off the fence, so to speak, and want to buy a house. We've already seen over the last month, interest rates have dropped. And they've dropped pretty significantly. We've gone from the low 5s on a 30-year fix to now in the mid 4s. That's a pretty significant drop in interest rates that's causing buyers to say, hey, I want to buy a house now. That can definitely drive our market. Those little changes can drive our market. Now, will rates stay that way forever? No. Will they go up? Maybe. Will they go down? Maybe. There's lots of things that will influence those as well. But at least right now, kind of the indication is rates are a little bit better, and that is driving our market at this moment. Inventory is another key point. The inventory thing is supply and demand. When there's less homes on the market and more buyers, that is going to drive prices up on homes because there's more competition, there's more buyers looking at those homes. On the flip side, when inventory is up, more people are listing their homes and buyers are down, that's what creates a buyer's market, which means that it's a little bit easier to find homes. You're not competing with other buyers on a home that you're looking to purchase. So that can have a huge factor as well. We have seen signs that inventory levels are dropping a little bit. Now that could also be because there's more buyers in the market because rates have gotten better. So with more buyers entering in, they're eating up those homes. They're buying those homes. So as inventory levels drop, and especially as we get into the spring and summer months, that tends to be the case. So if inventory goes down, the market's going to heat up. If inventory goes up, then the market could get balanced or could slow down a little bit where it's a little bit easier to find a home. The last tip or the last point I want to factor in is employment. Employment is one of those things that will drive an area, a market. You can't look at what is the housing market going to do across the nation because across the nation, there's different employment figures. If we have businesses that are moving to the area or businesses that are expanding in the area, that is also going to drive our housing market. When we look at things like Facebook and Google and Amazon are expanding their office lease space, which just means that they are growing in our region, that could bring in a lot of jobs. That could bring in thousands of jobs, and that could be people from other areas coming into our area. Guess what? They're going to be looking for housing. They're going to be wanting to buy a house rather than rent. Now, certain things I just saw the other day, Facebook is expanding and they just opened up lease office space. They just added another 300,000 feet of office space in the King County area. How many jobs do you think that will bring in? 500, maybe 1,000? How many of those are families that are coming into the area that may want to buy a house? That means maybe more buyers out there, which again is that supply and demand with inventory. The future outlook for our market is anything but a decline, in my opinion. In my opinion, I see the future outlook for our market as just continuing to do what it's done and steadily increase. Now again, there's things that are outside of everyone's control that can cause that market prediction to be different. There's economic things, there's global things, there's lots of stuff that can influence that to change that. But at least based on the information we have right now, that's what we're seeing. So I wanted to share this with you, just my thoughts on the prediction for the housing market If you're seeing other things out there, please give me a call, comment below, tell me what you think. Let's make this a conversation where we can go back and forth and kind of talk about what we think the market's going to do. So thanks so much for joining me this week and each and every week, and have a great week. We'll see you next time. Thanks.